गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. ओम ओम ओम. We discuss a little bit on Gita today. In the last class, in the fifth chapter, 26th shloka of the Bhagavad Gita, Kama Krodha Viyuktanam Yatinam Yatachetasam Apito Brahma Nirvanam Vartate Viditatmanam. One who knows the truth, Viditatmanam, one who knows himself. Now at present, what one knows is not the real self, because there is a assumed self, there is a misunderstood self. So Jnani, a wise man, is a one, he knows the real Atma, Viditatma. And once he knows he is a Yati, he renounces all his actions. By action, Vedanta means, whether Bhagavan Krishna says or Shankaracharya says, giving up all actions, renouncing all actions means renouncing the motives behind the action. It is the motive that urges, that motivates, that forces a person to undertake action. So the actions themselves are not natural, they are motivated by desire. Therefore, giving up actions, renouncing actions means renouncing the motives. Okay. And then the giving up desires, renouncing desires will be possible when one becomes free from one's individuality. The very individuality is due to ignorance, is due to misunderstanding. The misunderstanding thus is responsible for an individuality. Individuality is responsible for desires, and desires are responsible for action. Action means struggling. By action we mean a struggling on our part, because you struggle being prompted by a desire, means I want something. So here, this Yati, one who renounces all his actions, because Kama Krodha Viyuktanam, he becomes free from desire and anger. Because the subtle desires create anger in a person. Then Yatachetasam, all his mind, then mind remains naturally under his control. His mind remains naturally under his control, because the mind is a mind only under desires, frustrations and all those things. When the mind becomes a tool in the sense, a falsified mind, not a real mind, such a mind remains under his control. That means a mind doesn't pose any particular problem, particular desire or anything. It remains a simple instrument. Okay. So for such a person, Brahma Nirvanam Abhito Vartate. For such a person, such an enlightened person, Brahma Nirvanam Abhito Vartate. There is Brahma Nirvanam. Brahma Nirvanam, Shankaracharya says, moksha. For such a person, there is moksha already. That means he is already liberated. When? How? Generally, for other schools of philosophy, there is a liberation after the death of the body. Here he calls Abhitaha. This Abhitaha, Bhashyakara, Shankaracharya interprets this as before death and either death. Two ways, two sides. That means before death, he is already free, and then he continues to be free after death also. So his freedom from samsara doesn't come at some time later after the death of the body. Generally, others say that body is a real bondage. So body has to fall off. Then he will go to another world like Vaikuntha or Kailasa or Brahmaloka. So he will not assume in another human body. The present body, of course, is there. You can't do anything. You have to wait until this body falls off. They say body is an obstruction for your freedom. But here he says, body is not an obstruction. You don't have to wait for the body to fall off. Right now, you understand that you are beyond the body. So, the presence of body doesn't bind him, doesn't postpone, doesn't delay his freedom, his moksha. So, because body is not real. If body is really present, then getting rid of is required. Then you have to wait for the falling of the body. You have to wait that the body should fall off. Here, he doesn't have to wait for it because body is not at all a problem for him. Because body is not really there in the sense you have not really acquired body due to karma. It is the jiva who is associated with the body. When he transcends his very jivahood, then no more there is a body. Body doesn't exist for his level. That is, from the level of Sakshi, there is no body. Body is there only within the state, like waking state or dream state. Body is there only in waking state and dream state. Then I as an individual, you as an individual is found to be associated with the body, but individual who is associated with the body is present within the waking state and dream state. Now Sakshi is the one who is beyond all the states. Once he discovers that I am beyond the state, beyond the body, beyond the state, then the presence and absence of the body doesn't count, doesn't matter. Whether body is or falls off is immaterial. Therefore, he doesn't have to wait for the falling of the body because body is not obstructing his freedom. Once you transcend, you discover that your very nature is beyond the body, then the body is immaterial. When you are with the body, so as an individual, you are bound by the body. For such people, those who say that jiva is real, the individuality is real, that means he is bound by the body, then he has to wait. You see, all those people who talk of Vaikuntha or Brahmaloka or Kailasa Loka, they have to wait for the falling of the body. Only when the body falls off, the inner jiva assumes another form, which is suited to your Brahmaloka. And he travels to Brahmaloka and remains there. He will not come back. He will not come back into human life again. That means he doesn't assume another body. Otherwise, if one body is there, if one body is gone, you are fit for another body. Therefore, according to your karma, you are bound to assume another body. You are bound to assume another body because I am at the level of the body. I am stuck with the body. Therefore, if one body falls off, you will have to assume another body. So the one way, this is a normal person. But a person who is destined to go to Brahmaloka as a result of his sadhana, that is upasana, ahangraha upasana, he has to wait for this body to fall off. Only after falling off, he will travel to another world and lives at another level. But yet, the body is a problem for him. It has to go. But for Vedantin, Three levels we have talked. Common man, an ordinary ignorant man who does punya and papa karma. Such a person is bound to the body. If one body falls off, he will assume in another body. But a Brahmalokavasi, a person who is fit for Brahmaloka, after falling of the body, he won't assume a human body. He will go to Brahmaloka and remain there. But here we are talking a totally third one. That's an enlightened one, a jnani, one who understands that he is free from state. A person who lives within waking state, there alone he assumes in another body, another body, another body. As long as he lives as an individual within the waking or dream state, within the state, he will assume in another, next to another, next, another, next, another. It goes on endlessly. But once you discover that Brahmalokavasi, he understands he is equal to a state. See, three levels I am talking. One is an individual within the state. Another is state himself. One who is destined to go to Brahmaloka, he will be like the state only. He will be equal to state. Therefore, he won't be an individual within the state. A person who is an individual within the state keeps assuming many number of bodies, one after the other. But once he transcends from an individual body to the common body, that is, the whole waking state is a common body, not a particular body, but a common body. Therefore, all the upasakas who go to Vaikuntha, Brahmaloka, Kailasa and some such things, some such lokas, they assume the whole waking state as a body. Okay? They assume the whole state as a body. Such people will not assume an individual body, but they assume the common body of the whole state. That means they are stuck with the whole state. They will remain in Brahmaloka. But Vedantin is different. Not only he transcends individual body, he transcends even the state. This is the speciality of Vedantin. Vedantin means Advaitin. So Advaitins, not only you transcend individuality, you transcend even your state identity of your waking state. You are beyond the state, then the waking state coming and going doesn't affect. You remain somebody like in deep sleep. That means you are a Sakshi, you are the pure consciousness who is not affected by the presence and absence of the waking state. Even state is dissolved into him. Even the waking and dream state don't exist apart from him. He remains as a pure consciousness, like in deep sleep. Deep sleep is infinity. It is timeless. It is beyond time and place. So no waking and dream states also do not appear to him, because those states are also imposed on him, misunderstood upon him. Therefore, he is free from the states. So the Sakshi or deep sleep or Brahman, whatever you say, that Atma is self-existent, is ever free. Atma is ever existent and ever free, like in deep sleep. You are not within state, nor you are the state itself. See the difference. You are not an individual within the state, nor you are the very state. You are free from both. You are free from individuality within the state. You are free from the very state. You are a stateless, ever existing, eternal entity. That is the Sakshi. Therefore, such person doesn't have to wait for the falling of the body. Abhito Brahma Nirvanam Vartate Viditatmanam. Brahma Nirvanam Vartate Abhitaha. Abhitaha means always. Always means before the death of the body, after the death of the body. That means, I don't know how to translate that Abhitaha in one word. I am explaining, but one word I am not able to translate. Abhitaha means two sides, no. Before and after. Always alone we can say. Always is free. Not No, I think always is the only translation. I don't know how to say. Abhitaha. Abhitaha means in both the ways. In both the times, you can say. In both the time, that is before the death of the body, after the death of the body. That means whether body is present or absent doesn't make any difference for him. It is immaterial. Body's presence and absence both don't exist for him, because his nature of Atma is like in deep sleep. Deep sleep is oneself. There is no sleep as a state. Deep sleep means oneself, one's pure Atma, pure Sakshi. He discovers himself to be that eternal pure Atma. Therefore, it is not that he has gone to deep sleep from the waking state. If you think that you have gone to deep sleep from the waking state, then you will come back to waking state. See, there is two ways, two things. One is going from waking state to deep sleep. If you think that you are going from waking state to deep sleep, then after some time you will come back. But there is another level. You understand that you are always in deep sleep. You have not come from elsewhere. You are deep sleep. You don't come from elsewhere. You are yourself. You are yourself. Your real self is what you are. That is deep sleep. Deep sleep is yourself. It is not a state you acquire, you go to. It is not a state you achieve or you gain. It is just yourself. All by myself, non-dual myself. So therefore, I have not come from elsewhere. You don't come from elsewhere to yourself. You are yourself. You are always present. Therefore, this way one who understands that, coming from waking state is false. There is no question of coming from outside. Outside itself is my own imagination. The waking state is something outside me. I go into waking. So first step is, first person thinks that I am a waking person, go to deep sleep and come back to waking. But after little doing viveka, he understands that you are deep sleep. As a deep sleep person, you imagine waking state and again dissolve waking state. But you stand as deep sleep. You are that existence, pure existence obtained in deep sleep. Waking state and dream state arise in you. That means you imagine waking and dream state and then dissolve into you. Yet you are the basis deep sleep. Even this is again a tentative state. What is that? You are deep sleep. In you, waking state appears and disappears, arises and dissolves. But still deeper, if you say, waking state arises from deep sleep, after arising, where will it go? Outside deep sleep? No, there is nothing outside. Deep sleep is all pervasive. It is timeless existence. Timeless, spaceless. It is beyond time, beyond place. It is all existence. It is all pervasive. It is a complete, total, absolute existence. Where will it go? There is no place to go. All places are within me. All time is within the deep sleep. All time is imagined within the deep sleep. All space is imagined within the deep sleep. All subject, object, all thoughts are within the deep sleep. Deep sleep means Atma, pure consciousness. Within the pure consciousness alone are thoughts. Therefore, the consciousness doesn't go elsewhere and come. Therefore, no question of going into waking and coming back. The very thought of going into waking, that means imagining waking and again dissolving it back to myself, my pure consciousness, is again a false thing. It is again not true. I am pure consciousness, always pure consciousness. I always remain, neither go nor come. Therefore, this self-existing Atma neither comes nor goes, because even the idea of coming and going involves time, isn't it? Time and place. Even the time and place are imagined. The pure existence, pure consciousness is beyond even these imaginations, because it is the one in which the imaginations appear. The imaginations of the conceptions of time and place, or even subject object, The conceptions of time, conceptions of place, some conceptions of subject and object exist in the pure consciousness, which is a pure existence. That means pure Atma itself is free from time and place. That means no going and coming. Atma by itself is free from coming and going. It is all alone itself. Therefore, this person is always free, not that he will become free. He is always free. He has been free, he is free, he will be free. It means there is no past, present, and future. See, this is the way of talking. He was free, he is free, he will be free. What does it mean? That means the was, is, will be, all these three periods of time doesn't exist for him. No past, no present, no future. That means no time. He is timeless. His timeless existence is always existing. That means you can't divide his existence into past, present, and future. Past, present, and futures are false imaginations within the pure existence. Within the pure existence, past, present, future are pure imaginations alone. Therefore, the existence itself is ever free. The existence itself is ever free. So a person who understands like this, he is abhito brahma nirvanam. He gets a moksha all the time. He doesn't get the moksha. He is moksha. He doesn't get moksha. You can't even say he discovers moksha. He understands he is already mukta. See, this is the thing. He understands that there is nothing other than moksha. I am already moksha. I am moksha. My very nature is moksha. I didn't have anything else other than moksha. This is the one he discovers. Therefore, abhito brahma nirvanam. Krishna Swami Iyer says one good thing. All other schools of philosophy except Advaitins say that once you die, we will assure you eternity. After you go to there, Islam says, Christianity says, once you die, go to heaven and you live eternally. You will be immortal. But how do you know that you are going to be immortal after death? Just as you are mortal now, you might be mortal after death also. You may assume another body and keep dying and again dying, or wherever you go, that again you may change. Just as dying itself is a change from this condition to another condition, death itself is a change of this condition to another condition. The next condition, wherever you go into, the next condition, whichever condition you enter into, that also might change just as this present is changing. This present is likely to change. Present condition of this human life is likely to change. When the body dies, you are changing. But even this present life itself is a change from the previous life. This present condition of human body itself is a change compared to its previous state. Previously, I didn't have the body before my birth. Before my birth, I didn't have the body. Now I got the body. After some time, I will lose the body and again I will assume into another state. So, this changing the states seem to be so natural, so common to me. Therefore, they say, now you are mortal, but once you die, you will go to heaven. Bible says, Quran says, you will be eternal. Even Brahmalokavasis, our Indian schools, Upasana schools, okay, Swarga is not eternal, Swarga is subject to change. So after going to Sarga, you will come back. But there is a Brahmaloka. But that Brahmaloka is eternal. Once you go there, you will remain immortal. You will not be subject to death. But Krishna Swami Iyer asks, what is this? You are assuming me immortality after undergoing one death. But I am afraid of this present death. You say, once you die, I will assure you immortality. I say, I am afraid of the very death. Now you say, no, once you die and I will assure you immortality. And he says, this convinces nobody. Jiva is looking right now to want to be immortal. He doesn't want to die even this present state. What will you do? They say they have no solution. You are afraid of the present death. They have no solution. They have no solution to offer. I am afraid of this present death. I don't want to change. I want to remain eternally. He says, okay, you will become eternal. You will become immortal. They don't say, right now you are immortal. No, they can't give you. Except Advaita. Everybody else says that you will become immortal after death. Once you postpone it, you are not sure. You only have to imagine or believe. Belief and imaginations both are thoughts. We don't know. They are not facts. Imaginations and beliefs both are imaginations alone. Isn't it? So, you don't know. So, it is only a promise but not a fact. That your immortality is only a still hope. Promise means it is only a hope but not a fact. Therefore, that means your immortality is a hope, but mortality is a fact now. Right now, I am subject to death. Therefore, when you are suffering from the mortality, that means when you are subject to death, you are afraid of death. You don't want to change. You don't want to lose your existence. You want to remain eternally existing. They have no solution to offer. All other schools, they only assure you will become eternal after the death of the body. They'll build up hope after hope, hope after hope. They try to give you all hopes, all promises. But all promises are promises, all hopes are hopes. They don't become equal to facts. Okay? All promises, all hopes, hope is a hope, promise is a promise, they have not become real. So what I want is the reality. Right now I want to be immortal. Right now I want to be free from the fear of death. Every jiva is afraid of death. Right now I want to be free from the fear of death. Do you have anything to offer? No, I'll assure you. I don't want assurance. I want a fact right now. You make me immortal. I say you will become immortal. I say I don't want to become. I want to know right now immortality. No, I'll say you will become. How? What is assurance? I'll assure you, you believe me, you'll become immortal. I'll tell you, you believe me, I'll become immortal. Again, you have to believe his assurances, promises, hope. Live in hope. When you live in hope, the present fact of mortality is staring at you. The present fact is that you are subject to death, is a fact. They are unable to change this fact. They are unable to dismiss this fact. They are unable to dismiss this as a false thing. It is a fact. You are subject to death is a fact. They admit, yes, you die once, and they will assure you immortality. Once I am subject to death, there is a death anyway. There is a death anyway. And you say, you died, I don't mind, you die, but you will get immortality. This is too much. This is only a false assurance. You die, and I say I'll make you immortal. Once there is a death already, the fear of death is already there. I am suffering from death. Now you talk of immortality is only a wild imagination. Okay, it is just imagination. Death is a fact. Imagination is immortality is an imagination. This doesn't console. This doesn't console, doesn't assure, doesn't convince any person who is afraid of death and who is subject to death. That he is subject to death is a fact. These are all Krishna Swami Iyer's thinking. I don't know, do people read? His English is very tough, but his ideas are very deep and very clear. Very bold and independent thinker. Bah! Is a great thinker. These are his arguments. These are his words. I am just repeating. Not verbatim, but those ideas. Person is afraid of death right now. He says, you die, don't matter. Yes, I know you are subject to death. I know you are going to die, but I'll assure you immortality. What is this? When I am hungry, he says, yes, you are hungry. Well, I'll assure you that you will be free from hunger. I'll give you food. When? After some time. Therefore, don't worry, be relaxed. I am hungry now. Hunger is a fact. It's a right now my experience that I am suffering from the pangs of hunger. And he says, I'll assure you freedom from hunger sometime later. It is all assurance, hope, promise. They are all imaginations. But what person wants, what Jiva wants is the freedom as a fact right now, isn't it? Right now I want to. Only Advaita says, there is no death for you. How do you say that I have no death for you? How do you say I will not die? You have never died before, nor you die now, nor you will die later. You are eternal. You are right now free from death. That means free from change. That means free from time. Right now you are timeless. Does anybody say? Except Advaitins. You are right now free from, like in deep sleep. Deep sleep is not a past event, nor a future event. You are deep sleep. You look at yourself. You are already free from time, free from place, free from body, free from lokas. Neither you had a previous loka, nor present loka, nor future loka. All the lokas are imaginations upon you who is eternal existence. Eternal existence is your nature, your very nature. You are eternity. You are immortality. See, it doesn't promise that you will become eternal. There is no question of becoming. If there is eternity, that is yourself. Time is within you. Time is an imagination in you, in your consciousness. Consciousness is consciousness. Neither comes, nor goes, nor dies, nor... It never changes. All change itself is a thought within the consciousness. Change itself is a thought within the consciousness. The consciousness itself is no change. It is changeless. It is eternal. What a freedom. Bah! You are free right now. Right now you are free. If you are free right now, you are free always. If you are free right now, you are eternally free. Your freedom is not acquired freedom. If you say it is an acquired freedom, then you don't know, will this freedom continue tomorrow also? You will have a doubt. If you acquire immortality now, if you have acquired immortality, then you will have a doubt that will this immortality continue for tomorrow? This doubt comes if immortality is an acquired one. It is an artificial one. But Vedanta says it is not acquired one. You are immortal. Your very nature is immortality. The very Atma is pure existence. Its very nature is existence. Very nature is beyond time and place. That's all. Now you can't ask me, will I be this immortal? Will I be like this immortal? Tomorrow also, later also. The very thought of tomorrow is an imagination, doesn't exist for you. Neither today nor tomorrow. All this time is imagination, is an imposition. You are timeless. You have no past, present and future. You are only pure existence. Past, present and futures are divisions of time. That means they are thoughts. You are looking at your existence through thoughts, through some kind of a thought, and see yourself without a thought, independent of thought. Time is a thought. Time is a relational. Time is thought. Your existence is pure, unrelational. It is non-relational existence, non-changing, changeless existence, non-changing, unrelated self-existence. Because it is immortal by its very nature. Immortality is not a state you acquire. Immortality is not a quality you gain. Immortality is synonymous to yourself. You are immortal. Immortal is you. You are immortal. Immortality is synonymous to you. Because time is an imagination. Time is a kalpita, adhyasta in you. You are yourself, independent of any adhyasa, any imagination of time or past or present or future. Okay. This only Advaita says, you are eternal, you are immortal. You don't have to go elsewhere, because that elsewhere doesn't exist. If you think of another place, that means you are in the present place, exclusively in the present place. If you think of tomorrow, that means you are in the present moment, excluded by tomorrow. When you enter into tomorrow, this present will go into past, and you will be in an exclusive period of time, a point of time. You will be, so that means you are moving in time. Time is only a piece by piece you live. Piece, at each time you live in one point of time, that point keeps changing. So you have not eternity. Similarly, place also. You are here, not elsewhere. If you go to elsewhere, you won't be here. So here is one place excluded by the next place you have to reach. The next place you are excluded. You have to reach, you have to go to another place. That means you are not already in that place. At present, I am in one place, excluded by other places, deprived of other places. That means you are limited by a place. Now, the pure existent Atma is not limited by a place. Its very nature is existence. Now, if you are time bound or place bound, space bound, you are location bound. You stay in one place and you are not in other places. When you go to other place, you would be absent in this place. That means you are limited by place. You are in one place and not in other. That means there is a division of place, and one part you are, in another part you are. That means you are only partly present. Spatially, you are not all pervasive. You are only partly present. That's what his individuality is. Even time-wise, you are now but not tomorrow. When you say, I am now here, I am now, I exist today, do you think that you are equally existing tomorrow also? No. Tomorrow is yet to come. I am only, common man thinks, Jiva thinks that I am present today. I am existing today. What about tomorrow? I don't know. Tomorrow, I don't know, because the tomorrow looks. So, since you are present today, tomorrow you don't know. That means you want to exist tomorrow also. That means you are not sure of your existence tomorrow. This is what is Jivahood. This is what is mortality. This is what you are bound by time. This is what is samsara. This is what is fear. Jiva's fear of mortality. Jiva is afraid. So you are not sure of your existence tomorrow. That means your existence is limited to today. When you are afraid, when you are not sure of tomorrow's existence, that means your existence is limited to today, and tomorrow you don't know. But you want to assurance of tomorrow's existence. I tell you, as long as you think that tomorrow's existence is not sure, you will be always remains that unsureness. That means you are always afraid, you are always have a fear of death, because you understood the mistake in it. Because you see your existence as bound by today. You see your existence is bound to today, and therefore you are not sure of tomorrow. Why you are not sure of tomorrow? Why don't you see that your existence is today, tomorrow, all the time there? No. I see my existence is bound by certain time. I am not sure of my existence in another time. That means your existence is limited to certain period of time. Past, I was not. Present, I am. I don't know what will be tomorrow. This is called fear. Fear of death. The fear of death is nothing but time boundness. Your time boundness, that means you see your existence is bound by certain period. That means you are not seeing your pure existence. Pure means eternal existence, timeless existence. You see your existence as time bound. Means limited to certain time. That's why this time is moving. I know my time is moving. What will happen to me next moment, tomorrow? Why are you afraid of tomorrow? Why are you afraid of your existence? Because you are not sure of your existence tomorrow. Why am I not sure of my existence tomorrow? Because I exist today only. I don't exist tomorrow. Tomorrow day has to come. I have to see whether I will exist or not. This is the limitation of my existence in time. I see my existence as bound by time. One part of time, another part I don't know. Because I am not sure of my existence tomorrow, because I am bound by present day. Now what Vedanta says? Vedanta releases your presence from today. It teaches you your existence extends to past, present, and future simultaneously. Simultaneously, you are present in past, present, not that one after the other, gradually you keep on moving into next moment. Now, it is not that your existence moves from the present to tomorrow. No, your existence doesn't move. You are motionless existence. You are without movement. Your existence is eternal. That means you existed in the past, you exist now, you exist tomorrow. How? Right now you exist tomorrow also. Right now you exist tomorrow, you exist now, you existed in the past. That means your existence is right now simultaneously in the past, present, and future. In all the three periods, you are simultaneously existing. That means your existence is eternal. Or in other words, this division of past, present, and future is meaningless. It doesn't exist. Because your existence cannot be divided into past, present, and future. When I am existing all the time, when existence is my very nature, when my existence is my very nature, I have no divisions of past and present. Where existence is my very nature, I am timeless existence, then the past, present, and future don't pertain to me. They don't exist for me because existence is my very nature. My very nature is existent. It is self-existence. It is natural. It is not acquired one. No question of losing it because it is not acquired. My very nature is existent. I don't lose it. I am always existing. This is eternity. This is immortality. Okay? So, if you say your consciousness is bound to one thought, present is thought, tomorrow is thought, today is a thought, yesterday is a thought. You think your consciousness is related to today. Today is one thought. That means you are seeing your consciousness as related to one thought. And another thought is tomorrow. That another thought looks blank because I don't know whether my existence will continue tomorrow. My consciousness will continue for tomorrow. I am not sure because my existence or my consciousness is limited to today only. Today means present moment. Now, what Vedanta says is, you are not limited to today. Therefore, you have to worry about tomorrow's. It is not that your existence is limited to today and you have to worry about tomorrow's existence. Your existence is independent of today, independent of tomorrow, independent of yesterday. Your existence is independent of time. Your existence is eternal. Every time it is always there because it is your very nature. Therefore, you are not related to time. Therefore, consciousness has to be detached from the thought. Time is thought. Consciousness is thoughtless, means timeless. It is beyond time. It means beyond thought. Thought limits you. Consciousness is not limited by the thought. Consciousness is independent of thought, therefore independent of time. It is eternally existing. Its very nature is existence. Once you discover that my very nature is existence, that means you are existing in past, you are existing in present, you are existing in future. In all three periods of time, simultaneously you are existing. That means division of past, present, future is meaningless. It is a false imagination. It doesn't exist. That means those divisions don't exist for me. My existence is my very nature. You are become fearless, immortal. You are immortal, you become fearless. Therefore, death looks like meaningless. There is no such thing called death at all. Where is death? It is simply fear. It is only a thought. Thought put in, it is adhyasa. Death is a thought, fear is a thought, it is put upon you. It just has no meaning. It has no meaning. You understand? What is this called? What is this death? There is no such thing called death at all. It is only Advaita says. There is no such thing called death. Death has neither existed nor exists now, nor it will be tomorrow. There is no such thing called death at all, except imagination, wild imagination. It is a false. Death never existed. My God, what a discovery. What a greatness. Does any school of philosophy teach like that? No others says except Advaita. Krishna Swami Iyer says, it tells you right now you are free from time, free from death. You are free right now. Abhito Brahma Nirvanam Vartate Viditatmanam. Vedanta is Vedanta, unparalleled, uncomparable, I tell you. There is nothing like Vedanta. You are free right now. That now is eternal now. It is not today's now. Our now is today, not tomorrow. Tomorrow we don't know. Tomorrow means what? You are afraid of something. Your fear means fear for tomorrow. All fear is for tomorrow. That means, what is the tomorrow? An exclusive period of time is called tomorrow today. Tomorrow today division is time. I exist today, I exist now, I don't know about tomorrow. That means you have two divisions. Your existence has two compartments. Now present and tomorrow is another presence. Your presence has to move into another compartment tomorrow. That means you think that your existence is bound to one compartment. This dividing your existence into time, two periods of time, today and tomorrow. That means you are seeing your pure existence, your sakshi as divided into today and tomorrow. This creates fear. This change is a fear. This is called fear of death. This is called adhyasa. Okay, adhyasa is a false thought. But you see, the existence is eternal. It is independent of today, therefore independent of tomorrow. This division of today and tomorrow do not pertain to you, doesn't pertain to you. This division of today and tomorrow doesn't pertain to you. Your existence is existence. It is your very nature. You have not divided. Your existence is not exclusive, is limited, so that you have to move into next moment. There is no moving. There is no moving, because what the next moment also is right now. Today is right now, tomorrow is right now, everything is right now. Everything is your existence. Therefore, your existence is eternal. If your existence is limited to today alone, then you will think about tomorrow. What about tomorrow? Today I am existing. What about tomorrow? Why do you limit your existence to tomorrow and leave tomorrow as? Why do you limit your existence to today? I repeat it. Why do you limit your existence to today and leave tomorrow blank, so that you will have to worry about tomorrow's existence? That's because you impose time of today upon the Atma. Atma is free from today and tomorrow. Atma is free from time. Its very nature is existence. But this is adhyasa. I put today, put the cloak upon the Atma as today. I look at the existence with reference to today. Then I am not sure about tomorrow, what will happen. But see the existence independent of today, independent of tomorrow. Today, tomorrow, yesterday, all the three are imaginations, false divisions upon me. Existence itself is independent of all these divisions. Time is division. Time is a part. Partial existence is time. Partial existence is space. Infinite existence is timeless. Infinite existence is spaceless. You are infinite. Your existence is not bound by time and place. Therefore, you have no fear. What a beauty, see? You are fearless. Right now, you are fearless. Right now, you are immortal. People are worried about death, becomes a big news, big issue. How much people are worried. It looks childish. Why worry so much of this? Because it's a thought. We are stuck with a thought of time. Time means a period of time. We are stuck and we are worried. That's why Vedanta says it is all avidya. It is avidya. Avidya means a false thought, a wrong thought you are stuck with. You just probe, examine. The thought is a false. You are always existing. You are free. You are eternal. Then where is the worry? Examine, do vichara. Vichara, investigate. Observe into yourself. You are always free. What is this all birth and death and fear and today and tomorrow, all that? You are always existing. Why you are always existing? Because your existence is yourself. Your existence is you. You are synonymous to existence. Where is time? Time is only myself. It's just meaningless. Time is meaningless. Such a thing, time doesn't exist at all. It is only a thought. Thought is only a division within me. Similarly, space. I am here. What about me? Another place. There is no place other than you. All this place and next place, all are me only. My existence is always there, every place there. My existence is everywhere. Everywhere means all places are within me, imagined in me. My existence is always existing. My existence is everywhere existing. Therefore, your existence is not limited to a location. Your existence is not limited to point of time. Therefore, you release, you separate your existence, your consciousness, independent of time, independent of place, then independent of relations. When you understand yourself independent of time, division of time, independent of space or division of space, independent of relations, that is independent of duality, independent of division, you understand that you are yourself. You are just existing. Your very existence is natural to you. Okay? That is freedom. Therefore, he says, Abhito Brahma Nirvanam. Moksha is yourself. You don't have to acquire. Where is need to acquire? You have not lost it. Where is the question of acquiring? You have not lost anything. You are immortal. You are eternally free. Abhito Brahma Nirvanam Vartate Viditatmana. See, this is the state of enlightened person. A jnani. A jnani is eternal, all-pervasive, free from division. It is the very existence, never losing, never goes out of sight, never lose it. Nothing happens to it. You are always free. Freedom is you. Freedom is not your quality, not a state. Freedom is synonymous to you. You are free, freedom is you. Ah, what a beautiful thing it is. Okay? 26th shloka, today we have completed. Any shloka I take, it goes on and on, I don't know. So today we have completed. We'll go to the 27th and 28th shlokas. Together we will cover in the next class. Okay? Next Sunday. 26th we have completed. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat.